We had an excellent discussion. I think our two students were struck me as incredibly realistic, and they went right to a very appropriate focus. Surprising to me, they recognized the strengths of the shopping center as it exists today. The large green space in the center as a focus of community activity. They recognize that part of the important character of the shopping center is accessibility to the automobile today, and they did not present an overall replanning of the shopping center, but focused on a very tactical piece of the shopping center to suggest a way that it could be integrated into the community, integrated into mass transit, to pedestrian and bicycle access without transforming the shopping center and making it less friendly to people who arrive by automobile. And the citizen comments were compatible with that. What I'd love if you could, I don't think we have a slide of this, but this plan was, this plan. Ah, there we go. Okay, we'll go with that. Thanks.
I'll just focus on, this is the great interior space of the shopping center that we wanted to preserve and just enhance. And this is the green courtyard that goes between Bon Appetit and McCaffrey Supermarket. So our idea is to take this space and extend it out to the street.
Closer to the mic, please.
I'll go back. All right, so our idea is to take this great interior green space and this space here, I'm saying Bon Appetit is here and McCaffrey's is here, and what if we extend this space out to the street? And possibly we could put in some buildings that would activate this space as a community plaza and really connect the shopping center to the street and get it away from this auto-centric focus of historically what the shopping center has been. Yes, and in order to accommodate this plaza here, this is existing parking right now. And it's a very heavily used parking area, as some of the folks at our table were noting. We were there on a Saturday and a Sunday, and we saw that all those spaces were filled. So in order to accommodate this plaza, we'd be taking out spaces, but we would realign all of this parking, and we'd actually add 13 spaces. So what is 57 now would become 70. So we'd be able to do this without losing parking.
What's happening with the gas station they just tore down?
That question came up repeatedly at the group. I chair the site plan review board, and I have some of my colleagues were sitting at the other tables. Our table was joined by the chairman of the planning board, Wanda Gunning. I don't know if she's still here. Okay. None of us had any idea what is going to replace that gas station. And in fact, when these students came down to look at the site, the gas station was still there. They had no idea it was now gone. But what's interesting, coincidence, is they picked exactly that area as the spot to concentrate on, and the one area of the shopping center that needs help the most. Let me just quickly go through the ways other people reinforce that discussion. We kind of came to the conclusion that this kind of change to the shopping center would rely very heavily on a reconfiguration of Harrison Street. Ways to slow down traffic, probably constrict it, reinforce a pedestrian connection, and also help the bus stop. And of course, there were lots of different ideas as to how exactly that should happen. But we learned that, in fact, the existing bus stop right at McCaffrey's is very important to seniors, but the bus comes through a great deal of the parking lot and along a stretch of driveway, which is in itself hazardous to pedestrians. So the students grapple with this, and the citizens grapple with this, and I think what we would agree on is that it's important to keep public transit access, and that end of McCaffrey's is the way to do it, and that the existing way the bus gets there ought to be changed, and it ought to be changed especially in a way that's safer for bicycle and pedestrian access. It also came up in the discussion with the people who were more used to using the shopping center that, in fact, in this area, the parking lot stinks. And it's the one place where this kind of reconfiguration is desperately needed. There's a lot of difference of opinion as to whether a building ought to go out and replace that gas station or not. But the idea, the basic idea of tying to the community and reinforcing this particular spot for non-vehicular or non-automobile access should be the focus. Did I miss anything?
Thank you, Bill. We have a lot of talent in this town, that's obvious. A rumor going around is that there will be a drive-in bank at the side of the gas station, and that is a permitted use. So if there are people who don't think that's a good idea, this would be a good time to make that known.
That's a second drive-in.